What's going on, guys? New Year's Eve. It's been about a month since I've done an update, so figured it was time to get a new video out for you guys. Um, Not a whole lot's changed. A few fish have come out. Got rid of a couple Trimax, which has gotten this male, which has always been my favorite, to kind of pair off with that female, and that's just made him really shine. So I'm kind of happy with that move. And then Mongo has gone to his permanent home, so won't be seeing any more of him unless I go to visit him. So hope him the best and hope he does well with his new owner. Um, then he did get replaced with this Doveye though. It came from my buddy John. Um, he had three Doveye, another male and a female, and the female chose the other male over this one as he was a little bigger. Anyway, so I ended up with this guy. Um, he's been in here 3 or 4 days is all, and he's doing awesome. So kind of got some a chunk taken out of his anal fin. That's just from kind of the process of the female choosing her mate. So anyway, he'll up good, and he's done really well in this big tank. Just went right in and acted like he'd been in here for months. So should do great. He's about 10.5 inches or so, somewhere in that range, I would imagine. Um, yeah, that's really all that's really changed. Other than that, everything's just doing good and getting bigger. So not a whole lot of new and exciting stuff. Look at that. Love those big yawns from the zombies. Tank's doing well. I've kind of taken some stuff out. I had some hanging driftwood that I've taken out. And then kind of just opened up the skate a little bit on the bottom just so there was less obtrusions on the bottom of the tank for feces and stuff to get buried under, and just kind of makes keeping the bottom of the tank a little cleaner, since it's pretty well impossible to gravel vac a tank without a pump that's sitting right on the floor. So anyway, just super happy with this setup. Everything's doing really well, and everything's a little bleached out tonight. I had to get in the tank just the other night to get some fish taken out of here, and that's kind of puts a little bit of stress on them, but everything's doing well. Not maybe showing their 100% best colors, but you guys don't care about that anyway. Anyway, I'm gonna try and kind of become a little more frequent with videos on this tank. I kind of want to would like to do an every other week kind of small update, just mostly for myself to see how things are progressing. Anyway, the bicolored red devils that I got from Dan at Cichlids of the Americas, they're just doing awesome. As are these bicordi. They were not in here from the last video, I remember, so these I also picked up from him. They've already put on probably an inch, and it's been right around that month, 5-6 week mark, so doing awesome. This Jag has also put on about an inch, as have the Red Devils. Panama Loisel, there he is. He's down here. Wishy. Come on. Usually if I tap on the glass, everything comes up, as you can see. Everything's right there. I tap on the glass every time I go to feed. Kind of just a good way for me to get these fish's attention and bring them up front. And usually, almost all these fish will come up. So anything that doesn't come up, I kind of try and take a special note of and make sure there's nothing else going on with them. He's actually just picking in this log. He really would like to get in there and make that his hideout, but he's just too big to fit. Little female, she's back there. She's the only fish in the tank that doesn't seem to be just 100% happy. she's the smallest fish in here, and I think that just kind of stresses her out. She's small enough that she could probably be eaten by the big umbie if he decided that he wanted to make a snack of her, but excuse me, sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice. Anyway, but I don't see that really happening. I've tried to stay off of live, at least fish feeders, for that very reason. So I have made a few changes in the diet of my fish, mostly just because these Percy are just absolute pigs, and some of the other fish aren't quite as eager to eat as they are. That they'll go along the surface and just open their mouths and just engulf pellets. And in order to feed everything in the tank as much as they should, I was overfeeding these guys. Didn't want to do that, so I've started utilizing a little more red wrigglers. I feed those. I feed maybe 20 of those a couple times a week, as well as some tilapia that some of my predatory fish get. My big umbie male, I named him Diesel. Really likes that. He'll easily eat half a fillet to a fillet at a sitting by himself. About half the fish in here will actually accept that. So, and none of the fish that I was worrying about overfeeding will. So that kind of works out pretty good. I've got this My Devil and the Barred Midas female kind of paired off. They actually spawned just this last week, and eggs didn't make it. I think this guy actually picked him off. He doesn't really let anything else spawn without there being repercussions for that. So the Trimax, wish they'd come back out. He was just over there. I tried to get the camera. There he is. They're actually would really like to spawn in that back corner. They've been kind of clearing off some spots in the back over there, and I think they'll spawn probably sometime this week. Anyway, other than that, not a whole lot else has been going on. Like I said, just stuff's getting bigger. Diesel's probably a little over 19 inches now, and thick, nearly, I would say probably nearly 4 inches thick. He's easily 7 to 8 inches tall, so that kind of gives you a scope on how big he is. This big Percy, he's probably nearly 15 inches now. These are some of my favorites. Anybody that's got a tank big enough for these guys, these are a definite must keep. Lots of personality, very Oscar-like, just better looking, cleaner looking, great fish. Really enjoyed them. The female umbie, she still hasn't spawned, but every once in a while she'll kind of show signs that she would really like to. So we'll see. We'll see how that comes along. Hopefully, I'd kind of like to see that happen sometime soon, as soon as possible, so I could kind of just tell what was going to happen when they did spawn. That's kind of my final check mark that I need to mark off the list with this tank being successful, as if I can still spawn these umbies in here and not have them just wipe everything out. If that can happen, my goal with this tank will be 100% complete. You know, if they will spawn successfully and not just murder everything in here, that would be just spectacular. So anyway, hopefully that happens soon. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but keep your fingers crossed. Anyway, that's about all. I think I've kind of given everything a little bit of screen time, so anyway, like, comment, subscribe. If you've got any requests for other videos, go ahead and shoot those to me as well. I'll try and accommodate that. I'm going to try and get some videos of my other tanks up soon. Kind of just want to get some stuff situated and mostly just kind of tidy the tanks up a little bit. Kind of got some algae growth on some of them, but I need to really just take a razor blade too and get them off of there. I kind of just let the algae grow. It's good for the tanks and that, but it is bad for taking videos. So my my male Amarillo is basically who I'm talking about there. Everything else is kind of just grow out tanks now. Everything that's big enough to go in the big tank has kind of gone in the big tank, and everything else has kind of just become a grow out tank of some sort for the moment. Besides that Amarillo's tank, he's got a 125 to himself, so that tank I'll get worked over shortly and post a video up of him because he's just nuts. Really, really fun fish, so get that done and share him with you guys and maybe some of the other tanks and give them a little bit of YouTube time. Anyway, that's about all for now, so thanks for watching. See you guys next time.